Good morning.
Good morning. Are we live?
Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for
Back that thing up, Momo.
Momo is here today.
Yeah. So if you don't like mangy mutts,
Are you mean?
come in tomorrow.
Come on.
Patrick's in love with Momo.
Momo's
Momo's in love with me. We have a love triangle. What?
She's weird.
What? Why? Well, I have two men fighting over me.
You have a man and a dog.
Anyhow,
Where I fit into that, I don't know.
well, Momo's in love with me. I don't know how that happened, but he is.
It's because she gives him whatever he wants, whenever he wants it.
That's not
She
true.
puts gravy on his dinner.
I did put gravy on his breakfast this morning because I made short ribs and there was some gravy, and he loves the gravy, and so anyhow, so
let's talk Christmas list really fast. So the gal who does our marketing is in Mexico for a wedding. So
I want to be Christine because Christine was just also in, where was she?
Hawaii.
She was also just in Hawaii.
so she's
Well, I'm in the wrong business.
so she
And then Christine was in DC.
she's going to be working on getting the Christmas list out to everybody, but it is done. There's some really good stuff on there. Like I've got
You've been waiting, ladies. This is a list you've been waiting for all year.
a crazy
And-
deal on an XE1
Yeah,
on there.
and then-
I've got some machines that were purchased on prior year pricing.
Yeah, because pricing is like, it's gone up a lot.
It's gone up a lot.
We're paying a lot more for machines.
So
than we were.
the like air filters, were all purchased on prior pricing. So I've got air filters, kind of blanket discounts.
Get your air
on
filters now
air filters and purifiers.
before next summer.
Yeah, don't wait because they're just getting
Oh my
more
God,
expensive.
you should see. So Alex shared with us that he goes, do you want to see something gross? And who doesn't want to see something gross?
That's like, that's like when somebody's like, "Ugh, smell this." I'm always like,
Did you-
no, I'm not gonna smell that.
There's this, it was like a Saturday Night Live skit where they were like, oh my God, this milk, they drink the milk and they're like, oh, it's horrible. Try, they pass it to the next person. They all try the milk and it's like,
I remember
milk.
like watching people do that, being like, "What? Look at these! What? How stupid is that? Oh, God, it smells horrible here. You smell it." Like, no. I
Alex came
can
in.
see from your reaction that it's bad.
Well, but Alex came in and said, you want to see something really gross? And it was their air filter. It was, he
Their
had taken
purifier.
their air purifier. And it was like,
Hang on to the customers dropping off of that.
it almost looked mossy. Like it was so, it worked so well. I couldn't believe what was in that air filter. And they use it all the time because Shauna has really bad allergies. So,
Yeah, it's been on, but he's only had it he got it in that last batch. So it was like
didn't
2
know
months
that.
ago. Well, they had the hybrid purifier.
you need an air, I just look at that and I go, oh my God, then if it's not in the filter, it's in us. So, don't wait until we don't have them. And we got them.
I've got a ton of them right now.
Yes. So we have air filters for you. Come and get them. We are paying more for everything. It's just crazy going to the grocery store and, everything. And when we get new product in the store, I go through everything and the pricing and, probably at least like 20% of the stuff, all the prices have gone up. So, but we're trying to keep it reasonable for you ladies. Do you have anything? So did you need to say anything else about the Christmas list?
So the Christmas list is coming. Definitely. I mean, it was sent over. I finalized everything this morning because I had to go back through and recheck prices.
I don't know
Christine's
how everyone
gonna
gets
handle
it
that.
done so fast. I'm like, I struggle.
They're not as busy.
Am I inefficient? I'm inefficient too.
We run a pretty tight ship. That's part of it.
So, that's all you had to say about the Christmas list?
So the Christmas list is coming. It's definitely worthwhile. It's funny, as I was looking at it this morning, I was like, dang. So anyways, it's coming. You're going to have it in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, and we'll keep doing daily deals too. That, fun daily deals. You want to talk about this?
Oh, so this is also a Christmas list thing to talk about.
Are these pretty?
One of the items on our Christmas list. So we were waiting like a long time to get gift cards. And so we just got a new shipment of gift cards, which is great because we were beginning to run out. But one of the items on the Christmas list, great thing to mention to your family or anybody who's shopping, but one of the items on the Christmas list is, as long as it's mentioned, they get a 20% discount on the gift cards.
Yeah, but
The gift cards cannot be used with any additional discounts. So, I mean, but that was on there last year. Like, some people took it, but there was a little bit of confusion.
Because they tried to double
Because somebody would come
dip.
in
No
and
double dipping.
would have one of the 20% off gift cards, and then they would try to use it with like a class discount, and it doesn't work that way.
We're going to write in Sharpie on here, no additional discount.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
The cards will be marked.
But it's like
I was even thinking we might just use like a hole punch or something.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do something. But it'll be marked on here that there's no... But that's like, you can use it anytime. It's kind of like prepaid stamps, right? You lock it in. Right. You're going to lock it in. And, I mean, that's great. And, there's going to be some things that doesn't apply to, like, once Christmas is over... Kingstar, there's like a couple of things in the store that
there are a couple of things that we can't
discount.
with,
but I mean, just tell people, give me gift cards from A1 Vacuum and Sewing, and then you'll just be able to use them whenever, and it'll have Well, it's a great buy for. We had a couple of people that came in and were like, "I'm buying this for myself," which is fine too. But yeah, buy them for yourself. If I could buy Sundance catalog, and if I could buy there's places that I really love. If I could buy things, and I would just buy tons of gift cards, and then I would just use them through the year. Then you don't have to wait for the deal of the day. Every day's a deal of the day. That's great. I would just come in here and just get tons of gift cards. Patrick, we got huge. It's like
I bought 1,500 gift cards.
1,500. We're ready. We are ready for business.
I never remember.
Gift cards cannot be used on classes because we pay our educators a certain amount. So they can no gift cards. It's just for merchandise.
Not these gift cards, but
not the 20%. If you buy a gift card at regular price, but not the 20% off.
Or if you have like a regular gift card pre-sale,
they can't be used on classes. How about service?
Not on service either. That's non-discountable.
We should discuss.
There are
this
service gift cards in the. If any of you remember, I have discounted service gift cards as part of the deal.
This is getting confusing.
They're going to get a specific gift card, so you get a gift card with a service written on it, and like that was easy. So that's how. So discounted service is part of my list, but that's a different deal.
There'll be like service for a Solaris at a certain price.
Yes.
Service for a Destiny at a certain price.
Yes.
Did you like make it specific on your thing?
I'll handle it.
Did you put vacuum stuff on there? The ladies like vacuum stuff too.
There's vacuums on there.
They don't love vacuum stuff, but
there's
they
like discounts on
stuff.
bags and discounts on.
Okay, so this and the 20% is going to be. I need to understand, and the staff needs to understand.
Well, yeah, but that's not something that we need to talk to them about.
Yeah, we do, because so they understand too.
Well, we just did. So what?
Merchandise, just merchandise.
The 20% off, yes, just merchandise with some minor exclusions, like Kingstar.
All right. Donna's going to be here today.
For this live stream, or
Yeah, she's coming to talk about. It's called Paradise, and it might not be up, but you're going to be able to sign up for the class, and it's going to be a series. I'll let her explain it, but Donna will be here, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's talk about Daily Deal because I stayed late last night, cleaned up. I mean, I don't know if you were here during the day, but this was literally
we got a ton of product, and then it was just it was a mess in here yesterday. It was super busy yesterday.
Yeah, it was busy yesterday. So things that are going to be up
I haven't called anybody back, so if you did hit voicemail and there were a couple of you, I'll do my best to call you today.
Yeah, and I'm still, if you sent me an email and you haven't heard, it might have gotten buried. Send me another email because I was trying to go through that last night. But so deal of the day, let me make sure I'm doing the right deal of the day. Because I was trying to send them to Christine. Oh, so a couple of things on the website. Do you like how I just jump around all over the place? On the website, we have added... Oh, I don't see it. Oh, yeah, here. She added it. There's a new tab on the website, and it is called Pre-Orders, and I cannot zoom on it, but it's right next to Promotions. Do you see Pre-Orders? So those will stay up until the product comes out. So if you click on Pre-Orders right now, what you're going to see is the Pre-Orders for spring showers, and you'll see the Pre-Orders for Cup of Chair, and then whatever Pre-Orders are up there. I didn't even mention to you ladies, but there's pre-orders for Cup of Chair. They don't have it for spring showers because there's not a new product line for that. But Cup of Chair is going to have, it has a whole fabric line that's coming out, kind of like we had for Hometown Halloween, which was also called Candy Corn Quilt Shop. So there was a whole line of product for that. There's a whole line of fabric that's going to be for Cup of Chair. And I've never mentioned it, but all those pre-cuts are on sale on the website, and they are pre-orders because I'm not going to have that until June or July of 2022. But there's jelly rolls.
Or Cup of Chair? Or what is this for?
Yeah, Cup of Chair. Why is that funny?
So we're just getting it really early for next Christmas.
Yeah, it's going to be out in the summer. Right now, this is like how the buying cycle works. We're buying right now for next Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you buy now for next Christmas. So this is, so we'll have that whole line of Kimberbell fabric, and it is really, really cute. But there are jelly rolls, which are the 2.5-inch strips, which everyone should have jelly rolls in your stash because you can just grab those and make all different giftables, jelly roll quilts, serger quilts. You can do like the wine bags that I made. You can do placemats. You can do jelly roll rugs, rope. I think Stephanie wants a class on the. You know how people are making those rope bowls and then embroidering on them. So maybe we'll, in the list. Anyways, so 2.5-inch strips, otherwise known as jelly rolls, are on there at 20% off. The layer cakes, the 10-inch layer cakes, so those are just 10-inch squares. The charm packs, which are the 5-inch squares, so easy to just sew those together and just make like a little quilt. I want to do that so badly with the confetti. I'm still dreaming about doing that. And then there are also the Fat Quarter Bundle. The Fat Quarter Bundle comes with a panel in there. That's super, super cute. So that's going to be 22 fat quarters plus the panel are all in there. There is also a sewing quilt too. So there is a on the list of pre-orders is the Merry Making Quilt Kit, which is on there at 20% off too. So if you're a sewist, it's really cute too. If you're a sewist and you don't want to do all this Kimberbell stuff, but you want to do the quilt, look how cute the quilt is. I can't get it close enough. I know, it's not a touch screen. Isn't that cute? Maybe we could do that as a class with Michelle Burr, and she does like one row at a time. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it'd be 3 rows because they repeat. What do you think, Michelle? That one's a pretty cute one. So, and that would be fun for the holidays too. So all of those pre-cuts are on the site at 20% off. So make sure you check those out too.
So, and I was just thinking as Susan asked her question about gift cards used for classes. So, so last year we had people that wanted to buy gift cards for classes.
Yeah.
Like that's what their loved ones came in and bought gift cards for classes.
Shoot.
I just sold them a normal gift card. Like
Yes.
I didn't mark them down.
Yeah.
So, so Susan, that's not to say that gift cards can't be used for classes. It's just the gift cards that are sold at 20% off. So, like if you did want to send somebody in to purchase a gift card for use on classes, either A, they can just ask for a gift card, or B, they could...
That gets confusing.
Not really.
Because you're like, oh, this is my gift card. This is my class gift card. And here's my merchandise gift
I think
card.
what I'm going to do is hole punch it.
Okay.
I'm going to hole punch the discount ones.
Yeah.
And that way it's just physical and you can just see it. But Michelle would love to teach that quilt.
What do you think, Michelle? Yeah!
So I mean, that's an incredibly long-winded answer to Susan's original question. But if you did want somebody to get you a gift card for use on classes, if they come in without the Christmas list and ask for a gift card, they're buying a gift card that can be used on classes.
I'm already confused. My little brain.
This is
I'm
her.
Worried that...
She's very confused. But you guys get it, I'm sure. So
I'm just worried. I'm going to go up to the register and I'm going to be like confused. I'm going to be like, okay, so this is this, and you know what I mean?
You're just going to go. Somebody wants. Last year, what happened every time was when somebody wanted to buy a gift card for service, somebody grabbed me. And I was like, this is what we do. And literally, a lot of people pre-bought their services for the year. It was actually a pretty interesting way to see people do it.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
But listen, the reality is our prices are going up too. So you're locking in current pricing.
Lock it in, ladies.
But you get a card, and on the card it basically tells you what the service is for.
Yeah.
So they would come in and just use that. So it's significantly less confusing than it sounds.
Unless you have small brain like me. Okay, I wanted to let you know. Okay, that was all the stuff I need to let you know on my list. So deal of the day. Patrick, show them this because I wanted to craft this pattern.
This looks like my backyard right now.
I can't even get in here, Patrick. Like, how do I even...
All that's going to go away today.
Like, I literally can't even...
This is a lesson in what's not done today will be there for us tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no, I stay and I just get it done. How am I going to get to this?
Sometimes I remind Jeannie we have children. But, you know, what am I showing them?
That fabric.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh my God, I was able to throw it all the way
This
over
is
there.
actually kind of crazy beautiful.
It's really, really beautiful.
Like the level of detail in this
So
fabric
this is on, can
nuts.
you make it so isn't this gorgeous? This is Timeless Treasures and it's metallic. It's called Metallic Harvest. It's something like black background. So I just got this in. It was like the last bolt that I could find of this. And I think it looks very much like the fabric on this, which is Janine Babbich's With a Grateful Heart. We give thanks. So this is on the site at 20% off. Fabric is on the site at 10% off. So, but I was thinking, like, this is on my list. I'm going to try and get this done. But, and you only need, the pattern calls for a third of a yard of the print fabric for the border and the binding. So I think you should all order this, although you can only order a yard online. And if you got this pattern last time, you should do this with this too. I think it's just going to be absolutely gorgeous. So perfect for fall. We have some good cream colors too that you can mix in here with your background fabric. So this is going to be on there. So make sure that you order this. Don't forget also that the
What is
silky
it? Welcome
cottons.
to our home. Or what was this one?
That one is give thanks or something. Who are you texting? Why are you texting?
I've got it. Don't worry about it.
That's already
but
on there.
Don't get distracted. I'm doing something else.
Separate?
Yeah,
Because I already sent it.
I get that. Yeah, let
Okay,
me see this.
But
for now.
look how gorgeous that looks together. Don't you love it? Don't you think your fall decor would be perfect with this? And this one is going to be a wall hanging. So you need a 12-inch hanger, 12 times 14 inches. I don't even know if I have those. I'll see if I can order those, but it's super, super cute. Super, super cute. Or you could do it with this if you didn't find the perfect fabric yet. All right, so I wanted to show you that. The other thing that's going to be up there, and I don't have a ton of these because we've never done a cuddle class. I think we should do one. Can you give keys to
Well, do you need me for anything else
just
right
stay.
now?
I just like it when you sit next to me.
I'm gonna go put cash in the register and get
So
the day
these
ready.
are on the site
Bye.
too. These are on the site too. So we have a couple cuddle kits. I don't have a ton of them because I just don't know how you are going to be with them. But I think you had seen them with Suzanne, and I think she had done this one, which is the navy one, and it's so cute. You know, I don't know if you guys have noticed how non-gender specific decor is these days. When we did our nursery for our kids, I got the pink, all the pink stuff for Violet and all the light blue stuff for Kai. I love how gender neutral things are. But I mean, this is so cute because it's going to have the pink and the light blue in it. And then this one is going to be the navy kit. I only have a couple of these. So once they sell out, I think this one, if you want it, get it now. They're normally $4, which isn't that much. And then it's 20% off. So if you've never done a cuddle kit before, this is a perfect time to try it out. And this one is, I can get more of these. Everywhere I went, these were sold out. So there's only 2 of these on there. And then I can get these. We only have, I think, 3 of them in the store. And then if they sell out, I'll have to order you more. So these are on the site at 20% off. So go ahead and get your cuddle kits. That's going to kind of be it for our deal of the day. And our guest of honor has arrived. Hi, Miss Donna. They're ready. They're ready. We're waiting for you. I know. We just went over the deal of the day.
Really? Yeah, and then for 3 days with the booster.
All right. Miss Donna is here. The woman that you have been waiting for.
That's sketchy. No.
It is sketchy. My husband will tell you different.
I really think about what a huge influence Donna's been with me and my sewing because I was totally self-taught, and she showed me how to use different parts of the machines, different feet on the machine, how to do a good demo. Like Donna was, and she was a huge source of inspiration too. I love that. You know what I was looking at this morning?
What were you looking at?
I don't even know if I should say this.
Uh-oh. Maybe not.
I was looking at this, what I saw online for these,
Yes.
and I was looking at how much more incredible
Thank you.
yours were. I was like,
Yes. Is it some
I
of
was
them-
like, this looks really amateur compared to when you look at what is online, and you're just gonna go, wow, that is nothing compared to what you're gonna learn from this lady.
It's totally different. And
I was like, oh, because the quality of Donna's work and what she can teach you. So I always tell myself, find somebody who has what you want, do what they do to get what they got. So if you want to have excellent results and you want to have something that looks beautiful and something you'll be so proud of and you want to learn, here's your lady.
okay. Thank you. What an intro. I wish Tom was here so he could have heard that. Except for what Tom did for me. I was totally shocked.
Donna just got a new machine.
I told Tom about it, and I was out in the trailer working on something. And then Tom, he says something in a joking way, and I'm like, "What in the heck are you talking about?" And he goes, "You know that machine you want?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I already talked to Patrick. It's yours." I was like, "Ah!" Started crying.
Yes!
You know, because it's
And you'll
amazing.
use it.
I
And
was-
Donna's somebody that's going to learn the machine, learn all the parts of the machine, and then she'll be able to teach you the machine, too. A lot of you
Yes.
have this machine.
Oh,
Donna
good.
just got the Luminaire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at me. Yes. I loved my destiny, but I remember I kept saying to you when it came time that I was wishing I could do this, this, or this, then I knew I would have to change. And I used last night the stitches, and I used the grid, and and the projector.
Yes.
And so I was able to go ahead because I like creating my own fabric.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I mean, it was amazing. So, have no fear, you will learn.
Oh, my
Okay,
goodness. And I
so-
just ordered all the fabric.
Cool. Now, I'll say something from the very beginning. I really have been thinking about it, and I do look at a lot of the finished projects of what people have of a block, and they're just trying to use just their stash and whatever. They're going to end up having a project that really, not that they're not going to like it, but there's going to be no continuity to the quilt at all. So I would highly suggest at least using the fabrics that you had purchased, which
Yeah.
is the...
So
like-
the only thing that we're gonna have that we're getting for this is we're gonna get the border fabrics, and there's 3 different buffalo checks that they use, and
Yeah.
one of them, I
This
don't
is
want to
the-
show them
this-
too much. The black and white buffalo check. There is a black and red buffalo check, and then there's going to be the red and gray buffalo check.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have that. We're gonna kit it with this project.
Yes, and so I guess I'll just start from the very beginning. And then if you guys want to take notes, I'm going to take notes of things that you may have questions about. But in January, we will be starting January 8th, did I say?
Was it
It was
first
the second Tuesday. Hello, do I get kisses? Yeah, Ellie got me over here.
Come on. Come
So
on.
it'll always be the second Tuesday of every month. And double check that. I believe it's the 8th. I'm not positive. I should have written it down. And
It'll be on the website.
yeah, and the very first class is basically showing you, and a lot of you will already know, but
Okay, go.
the proper way to square up fabric, how to use your rotary cutter safely. These are just quick little
Sorry.
things. Talking about thread choices, fabric choices, how to set you up to be positive about it and have fun, because there's a lot that you'll learn, but all you have to do is just think about, I'm just doing one block this month. Don't think about the overall of everything. Okay, so that's what the January one is about. That way, if you guys have questions, I'll be showing you the basics of how I line up all of my applique stitches, no matter what I pick as a decorative stitch, how I line it up to go around things, how to count the steps of the stitch, knowing when to turn.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
that
how many of
applique.
you have done a blanket stitch and you don't know how to navigate that corner?
Yes, and or how to stop that stitch and start from the beginning again, so you can bypass that corner, so you're not crossing over on stitches. And you'll be seeing closer up. I'm hoping by the end of this month that I will have the first row all set up and have a little design board here at the shop. So if anyone wants to take a look and you can see the detail in it, you can say to me, and I will try and smile. No, I'm teasing. That you don't want to go as deep into it as I do. And that's fine. But as an instructor, I want to show you how you can do it. Okay? So,
So do you think our first class is going to be the 11th, the second? That'll be the
Yeah.
second Tuesday? Okay,
yeah.
got
yeah.
it.
Thank you. I thought I had it written down.
We're
So-
still ironing everything out.
Yeah. Now, just to give you a quick little thing,
Ooh.
I want to show you a few things the way that I organize. So when you sign up, not if you sign up, But when you sign up, you can go ahead right away and starting to get yourself organized. I'm giving like almost 2 months for it. So this one is my Baby Lock foot book, and because of Michelle, I love my feet, and I keep this, and it has every single foot. And that way, sometimes if I have questions or I remedied my issue, I will put a note behind, slip it in to say, in the future, you know, I'm stitching away and going, how come it isn't working for me? I have a result that I don't have to spend a half hour on. So that's one of them. So I would suggest, these are just those little Walmart cheapies and stuff. Yeah, I know you're laughing, huh? You should, Michelle. You created a monster.
I've created a lot of monsters, but I don't think it's a monster.
No. And then the other
It's
thing is
enjoying your
picking
machine.
up another book. And this has every month. And you guys will be receiving it as a hard copy. So you'll be able to organize it. You'll get full details of how much fabric, how you should cut it. Just all the basic information. You'll have all of the designs to flip them. And Michelle told me something about the scan and cut.
Could we
which
scan and cut these pieces?
that's what I'm trying
look
next
at 'em.
month.
Yeah, scan
Some-
and cut.
Yeah, some of them have to be changed just a little bit, and that's what I'll discuss in January. But I am going to start doing that. I didn't in the beginning because I was in a rush.
Oh
let
my
me hold,
God.
let me hold
I
my
would never
newborn.
make it
Let me
through
do
all
this,
of
you
them.
know.
Yeah, because
and stuff.
Donna has
But-
a new granddaughter
Yep.
Yay,
that she's
congrats.
been
Yes.
with.
Yeah, I painted a mural in her room, did a quilt, did everything, so she's all set. So that's the way it works. Now, to give you another thing, this is what you will have. Can you see that okay? This is like next month's that I'll be doing. And on this one, I have an old light box from 1996.
Did you get a chance to pull out the other one?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, but you didn't feel well, so I was
I
like, oh,
I know.
hope-
I was.
Donna
was
got the
miserable.
double whammy yesterday.
Yes, the
Booster and flu,
flu
shot.
shot. I'll never do that again.
I
So-
heard same arm too.
Yes, same arm, because I thought that's what Tom was doing.
Well, you know, in the military, they just hit you with a gun.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
Tom
walk
said
through
they
the
lined
line
him up. Yeah,
Yeah.
when he went to Vietnam, it was like vroom.
John
So, yeah. So you can see, like future months. Look at this one. He's back of
I'll
a
hold it in
pickup
front
truck.
of my face.
Like that's what I do when I'm camping, but I have a beer in my hand. And then look at this one. They are both in a canoe. So these are just, they're just fun,
Totally
cute.
adorable.
They really are. So I thought I'd give you sort of a stage type thing here. So I think they saw number one, and close up there was several different feet that were used, and it's hard on there to see the detail. But none of this, absolutely none of this was hand done. Everything was done on the machine. Even that looks like hand embroidery.
Look at
it's
that
not.
guitar.
Yeah, and that was a stitch that was on a machine, and that's what. That's another thing that I want to bring up is that once you sign up, I'll get notification, and then I want to
Oh, look
know.
at those marshmallows and the
Are they
stitch
cute?
that's you know not just a blanket stitch.
No, there's all different ones. Like your leaves, they always come out to points and stuff.
Oh, my
and then
goodness.
this one is so cute. And the only thing I haven't added is that I have tiny little alphabet beads, and I'm going to make a post and it's going to say welcome on it. And then that will be done. So that was that one. So they're all different sizes, different feet, cording feet, the wing foot, and then this one I still need to go, stop at the store and get little eyeballs. But even this bunny has, it looks like fuzzy fur going around it. There's so many different stitches that were used. You know, it's just, it's so much fun. And then I thought I would show you what it looks like before you do anything to it. And you can see it's a little bit, it's still, I say it's still cute. But like, for example, I did this deliberately. You can see the fish, okay? And like, people have done some pretty crazy things, but this is where you guys will be learning your twin needles and using different threads. So when you're doing this trout. I'm going to call mine a trout. And I'm going to have different greens, a little bit of red. The bellies are always white, so it'll be twin needles doing that. So you're going to be learning how to embellish that fabric to look like what it is. You know, it's pretty dang fun. She had a moon, I wanted a sun.
Yeah, like look at the backpack on here.
Yeah. I did that backpack because that's what my son has.
And that was done on the machine?
That was done. That one there is neat. That's where you twist your threads in front of it, do a stitch, do it.
Yeah, and you know, I've only ever done something like that on the Sashiko, and I didn't even know you could do that on the sewing machine.
That's what both of these were, even for the vines and stuff. This is twin needle going around the backpack.
Okay,
and it's
so
hard
let's
to
take a look
see.
at that.
But what it made it look like is that it's got a stitching, but it also has a piping. The blue goes around the edge as a triple stitch, and then it transitions over to the green.
So that was twin needle.
That was twin needle, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get a little bit of that with us in the accessory class, but not, you know.
Yeah.
I've always looked at twin needle and gone, you could do some top stitching with your twin needle. I've never thought about that you could do something decorative and amazing like that with the twin needle.
Yeah, and if you pick fabrics, like for me, I've got a sky, a dirt, a water, or it's like this one here will have trapunto. And
Trapunto, ladies, you get some trapunto.
And this will look neat because it's going to have puffy clouds up in the sky. So there's going to be a lot of dimension, a lot of different texture.
Look at I've seen see that medium green tree. I've seen that tree, but I've never at that stitch. I've never thought about using it. And that you could just hit your stitch completion button and it does one of them.
Exactly.
Right? And I've never thought about, so this is a class that's gonna help you expand your horizons, get you to think about what you can do with your machine, what you can do with all those decorative stitches.
And the feet, because without the feet, as it will progress, there's 1 month that is so cool, and I'm gonna be having you ladies using your circle attachment. And we're only going to cut it in half, and it's going to be behind the mountains, and it's going to look like a rainbow. So, yeah, I know, huh? Neat way to use it, huh?
So it is going to be, Karen, it is going to be a Zoom class because Donna is going to be here in Reno, but she's also going to be traveling too.
Yeah.
So that'll give you the opportunity to maybe take this class if you're not from town, get an opportunity to work with Miss Donna Rash, which, I mean, you want to take advantage of, and learn some of these techniques that you never knew that.
Look at
these
antlers.
That's what I was just looking at, and that was also...
That was just with floss and twisting it in front of the needle instead of using the pearl cotton.
Yeah.
So it made it heavier. Ooh.
And I love the mountains and how those are kind of outlined, and just the thread choice, things like that. Because you ladies sometimes struggle with that stuff, and you need some, you know.
I remember there was a lot of students that I had over the years, and they just wanted to use black because I taught a lot of applique classes. There was always black, black, black. And believe me, if someone wants to do it that way, I'm not saying don't do that, but I sort of wanted this to look like it was a painting.
Oh yeah, look at this right here with the color choices.
Yeah.
Okay, so the class is going to be how long?
Okay, this is a 12-month class. I'm going to work on a 3-hour. That way, if there's people that I still need to figure a new way to explain it, I'm still available. And also, let's just say that you're working on it and you're having a hard time with the technique that I'm saying. All you have to do, I set up an email account for it, and then I can respond to you and
we'll
say
have
that
a
we
Facebook group. There'll be a Facebook group where people can put questions and you can respond to them.
Okay, and then if it still is necessary, we can always do a video chat so I can see exactly what you're doing and what might be causing the problem. I used to be pretty good at that one. I just say, don't touch it. No, I'm teasing. So there's lots of opportunity. This will be my first experience with Zoom, so I will ask for a little bit of patience because I'm not really a tech lady.
But it's kind of forced us into that, like,
It has.
you know, when you, I think overall been more of a blessing because we've been
I
able to
think
reach
so.
other people and sometimes you sitting across the room you can't see where we can just take our camera and zoom
Yeah.
right in for you to be able to watch that.
Yeah.
And we'll have that Facebook group available that you can put your questions on and Donna can answer it. Maybe it'll be the same question somebody else has.
Exactly, and I forgot what I was going to say. The thing,
What can
you don't
they
have to
expect-
carry in the machines, which is
Which
nice.
is going to be nice too.
Yeah.
What can they expect to get through in a class? So would this be
Okay. This is the way that I would like for it to work. You only have one block a month, and I'm emphasizing you have one block a month. Please do not go ahead because it'll be a different technique. But when you come to class, I would like everything prepped. Like if you have to cut out the 3 pieces and put the border around, I want it to be ready like that. Okay? I would like all the pieces to be cut. And
are they going to have a fusible on it?
yes, everything is fusible. I did needle turn once, and I did needle turn also with the monofilament on the sewing machine. That was my first experience at Applecare. I said, forget that. It was just way too much work. So when you do come to class, I can say, okay, now this week we're going to go ahead and do the twisted thread in front of the needle. Well, guess what? That's what you'll be doing. The things that are new or the things that I found a little bit challenging to go around, I can explain that to you. So by the time the class is over, you can jump around practicing different stitches. Now, some of you ladies have the machine that it projects and you can see it right on there, which was really a blast last night. But I always have a big, huge sample, and I didn't bring it. If any of you have taken my classes before, I always put it on what I work with. This, I will tell you how I prep the fabric and get it ready. That way, when I am auditioning a stitch, I can see if I still need to adjust my thread tension for it, because maybe I'm going through 5 layers of things, and then of course I'm going to need less tension. So it's always a good idea to still, once you have stitched it and you know you like it, put it into the memory of your machine. Because I have like 5 different sizes of blanket stitch already on my new machine. I was up at 2 a.m. because I slept all day yesterday.
Yeah.
So I had a blast.
And I think this is the kind of project, I don't want people to be scared. You can go as deep
Oh,
or,
yes.
not as deep. Maybe you're going to have the tools. So you
Yes.
can decide, because I mean, sometimes you can just get lost in it and just keep adding and just keep adding.
There is a point where, yeah, even me, I was like, I need to stop. And my husband always says, okay, Donna, and I'm like, but I love this stitch. I'd never used it before.
Oh my
that
God,
goes
yeah,
around
because
there.
it almost looks,
Like the edge of your wooden signs, that it gets weathered.
yes.
And another thing I'd like to bring up, I've been on the road like for 5 years, so my husband, he's so good. He finds the quilt shops. I don't find them because I'm like, I've got enough stash for a billion years. And start thinking when you're out and even at home. Think of things like what you want, a lot of different values of your greens. You want a lot of different values of your browns. You want some neutrals. You want some activity going on.
I mean, this is fun. This brown fabric that has the little plant in it that looks so cool. That you didn't have to add that.
Yeah, right, and stuff. So there's just start thinking about that. You may not want like the truck to be red. Maybe you guys have like a 48 Ford that's blue or green.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to put Lake Davis on this one, but I have Lake going one way and Davis would be the other, so
Sure.
I couldn't do it. And I didn't want both signs. I auditioned them both going the same way, but it didn't balance it.
Yeah, so maybe think about and start collecting your fat quarters. You don't need a lot of fabric
Yeah.
for a lot of this.
Yes.
It's just going to be smaller pieces, but maybe something that's kind of organic or something that has some movement
And
that...
I did look when I was here, and I'm going to spend some time today looking. Jeannie has some wonderful tone-on-tones. The grunge type, I love
yeah.
that. That's what I really love. Things that have some texture to it. Because if you notice, my fabric doesn't have a lot happening, and that gives me the opportunity to put on the fabric what I want.
Yep.
So I'm not telling you ladies, and if there's a gentleman watching also, that you can't.
So it's not kitted. It is not going to be kitted. The
No.
only thing that's going to be kitted are the border fabrics. So the border, these border fabrics, it calls for a buffalo check, and we're going to have the white and black, the red and black, and then the charcoal and black. So we're
Yes.
going to have those three. Two of them are Moda fabrics. One is O'Reilly Blake, and they're on their way.
Oh, good. And the background is never just one solid color. It's always 3 different pieces that is sewn together. And
Oh, so
Yeah.
this sky, this background here, and then the one right here.
yeah, and when you look closer, you can see that I stitched here, and then I did little tiny leaves that match the leaves that is in this fabric. You see
And what
that?
I love about the fact that it's not going to be kitted is there'll be some continuity in your quilt, but everyone's is going to look different.
That's what I love. When we did the Stitcher's Garden and things
Yeah.
like that, nothing was kitted. They came in with their neutrals and that.
So this one has the sky, and then it
I love
has
that
the fabric right here, and then the mountains.
yeah,
And we have all different mountains here.
yes.
So
And
this class is really going to be a technique class. It's going to be a class where you're going to learn how to use your feet.
You will learn how to really use your sewing machine and use the features. Like, I had very few people that ever put a stitch into memory.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Me too,
No, I
and-
sew them that right off.
Yeah, and I'm always, when I used to teach classes, it's like, didn't you save that? That was a wonderful stitch, because you can also create and combine your stitches. Last night I played around with making your own stitch. I used to do that on my
my
QC
custom
1000.
stitch,
Yeah, I was having fun on
Yeah,
that too.
I'm one of those ones that rarely saves a stitch. So this would be the perfect
Yeah.
class for me to maybe like expand my horizons and
Yeah.
really, if a lot of people come in, they're like, I just don't use enough of my machine. So if you're one of those people and you
This is-
want to
this is
really
the
learn
time.
your machine, this is going to be a great class for
Yeah,
you.
and you will be using almost every single foot that came with your machine.
Wow.
Almost.
You know,
There's a
because we
couple I
do that
won't.
accessory class and we show you, but now here's a class where you can really start to apply it
Yes.
into a project.
And then there's feet that you might have been sewing or thinking, I would like to do that, but yet you don't have the foot. Like the candle wicking foot. A lot of people go, why would you even use a candle wicking foot? All those stitches that are satin stitches that they build up, you know, they've got big balls on them and they're going over, it has a channel in it that is higher up. So when you're stitching, it has the pressure of the foot, but it goes over your decorative stitch. So you're not trying to push it or pull it to get it through.
Yeah.
So there's lots of different feet that I'm not going to have you buy something that you wouldn't be wanting to use again, because after this class, you will not see applique the same way. That's for sure. I sent a picture to the author of this, and she just wrote in all caps, crazy.
Yes.
I mean, she couldn't believe it.
What classes are you talking about, please? So we are talking about it's going to be a block of the month, 12-month series. There's 12 different classes, and it's for Paradise. So, and here we've been showing some of the quilts the quilt squares that you're going to be doing in this class, and you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, and there will be, before I leave, I'll have a write-up on the class so you guys can get a better idea of techniques and that I'm talking about.
And does anyone else have any questions? Because if you have any questions, Donna's here. This is the perfect time to ask. Will we talk about quilting it when we're done?
That is open for discussion, because I like to use a monofilament when I do mine, so none of the quilting will be seen, but yet I use a thin batting that has a little puff and another one, so guess what? All those trees are going to have dimension.
Wow.
I mean, and that the free motion aspect of it, which is neat, because also I was using that other brand instead of monofilament.
Are you Invisible?
Yes.
Yeah,
and,
Invisible
oh my
is
goodness,
fantastic.
and forgiving. So if you aren't exactly on something, you don't even see it. I mean, it's amazing.
So, Linda, after we get off the live feed, Donna and I are going to finish and finalize the class, and it'll go up on the website. So look for it maybe later on this afternoon or tomorrow. So we'll have that up there. We're still talking to, who's the designer of the quilt? What's her name?
I can't even remember the name.
Well, we'll have the pattern
I know
available.
Susie is her
We'll have
first
the
name.
pattern available too. We're just working all of that out. So it's been a work in process and fitting it all in. How much is this series? Look at Kathy already has the pattern. So the series,
Really?
each class is going to be 3 hours.
Hi, Kathy.
It's going to be
Yeah.
3 hours per class, so every month, and it's going to be $20 a class. And I think I wanted to talk to Donna about this. I think we'll break it up into maybe 2 installments. Do you think that'll work for you? We're going to talk about that.
Yes.
It'll be up on the site. I want you to look for it later on today.
And also, I used to have a lot of students at the places that I worked, including here a lot. They did it as their Christmas present. They wanted to sign up for all 3 classes that were year long.
Yeah.
And so her husband came in, and he told me, and then she saw me first class, and she goes, "You're my Christmas present." I'm like, wow.
Yeah, this is
You
a
know, so
perfect
it's
time
So you're
because
talking about that list.
we have the list, we have gift cards. This could be on your, you can write things in. So you could write in Paradise, and this is what you want as your holiday present. So, this is going to be your college course on applique, and I've been begging Donna to teach a class now again for what has it been, like 5 years?
5 years I've
I'm
been
like,
gone.
hey, what about this? What about this?
I've been
Whenever
wanting
you're
to,
ready.
but the Zoom, it connected with me one day, and we can always make sure, and my husband has upped everything in the trailer, so I can get,
Donna's on the road.
yeah.
She's
And it's fun.
she's a Rolling Stone right now, so feel really lucky. Is it one price for? It's going to be one price for all of them. We're gonna because they're going to be 3-hour classes.
And when you sign up for the full 12. You don't have to sign up each month. Because that would be chaos for the student and chaos for me.
Yeah, we're not going to do it. We're not going to have you sign up for. So it'll be all the classes all at once. We'll talk about
Yeah, because
possibly.
what you learn
2.
in month 2 or like month 3 is all piecing. It is an all piecing class, and it stars, and everyone wants to know why the points are not pointed on their stars, or how come it's going catawampy. And I can tell you, and I can show you.
So there's
and you
going to
won't
be
have worry about it.
applique, there's going to be piecing, there's going to be just like learning all the different feet, learning all your different tools, learning your machine. There's a lot that's going to be part of this class.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss it.
And not be overwhelmed. I mean, because you're only. Well,
Do you
I
know
keep saying-
how many people we'll be able to put into our first session? If we sell out of that first session, can we add a second session?
We could add a second one, and I talked to my husband about it. Like, if I'm on the road, I would prefer, that week, I would do a Tuesday class, and then I would do a Wednesday class. I wouldn't want to do both in one day.
Okay.
Because by 2, usually I'm fried.
Yeah. It gets tiring.
Yeah.
It gets tiring. And it's very exciting. And look for the class. We'll nail everything down. I want you to look for it maybe this afternoon. Get signed up because you don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
If we do fill up that first session, I think we'll be able to add a second one.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
that'll be fine.
ladies. Any other questions for Miss Donna? I probably would not. Yes, there's going to be a recording too.
Yeah,
that's the
that's good.
other
Yeah,
beauty
good one.
of Zoom. If you're not able to take that class, you're going to be able to watch it later at your leisure. You can sit there and you can pause it and you can rewind stuff, and you're going to be able to watch it over and over again. And if you're not available on that Tuesday or that Wednesday and you work, then you're going to be able
I
to
think
watch it whenever you want to.
It's awesome to not have to do a makeup class for one student here or
Yeah,
2 students there.
and
at your leisure.
you'll have a forum too. There'll be a Facebook group, and there'll be a forum where you can come together and ask questions.
Now, for me to find out, let's say after they sign up, I would really love to know what machines they have.
Yes.
That would be important to me. So if I'm not familiar with machine, I can come and check it out. If you have a FOF or a Viking, I will tell
Or a
you this.
Janome, or-
Well, Janome I'm very familiar with, but sometimes even I've had problems over the years with a certain foot, and they bring it in and it looks totally different.
Yeah.
I have no idea how it works, and unfortunately I would have to tell them you need to go to whatever shop so they can show you how to use that foot. Then I can help you. But because I'm not familiar with all the machines, I've always been, you know.
Yeah, Baby Lock, Brother,
And
Janome,
yeah, Elna,
probably
those.
Elna, Elna, Neki, that's like
Yeah,
the same.
thing. One's like that, but my issues, Bernina, Pfaff, my sister had a Pfaff, and boy, was that interesting. They're nice machines, but they operate totally different.
Yeah.
And stuff, and I don't want anyone to get confused with me thinking that I might know something, and I just messed
So
up.
you're welcome to take the class if you have any of those machines.
sure.
Just understand the level of support may be different just because of what we know here at the store and what machines we're familiar with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think that's it. Do you have anything you want to say to them? And there's my...
I'm really super excited about this. It has been, I've always missed teaching, and I taught a lot when I was here and at the other shops. A lot of you have taken my class before and understand that you don't leave until you understand. And that just gives me more opportunity to figure out another way that I could possibly explain it. So you're not going to be left high and dry going, I told you, you know, were you not listening? You know? So I wanted to bring that up because there has been a lot of shops that will just sell you the product and you have no backup on that. And some of the feet are not challenging. They do a certain function.
Yeah, and even if you've used that foot, maybe there's a different way to use it that you're going to be able to learn from Donna.
Yeah. So I think we're good.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Check the website, get signed up for that class, and get signed up early, and just look for it later on this